it's Telly and I am back with another video. Today's video, man, it was not planned. I just had some things that I thought would be good to come on YouTube, talk about, kind of vent about. I know a lot of you guys are probably feeling the same way that I'm feeling, so I'm gonna share. Maybe I can offer some advice. Maybe you guys can offer some advice to me. I just really want to have a chit chat, just sit down. This is the real me. No makeup, no fancy clothes, no anything. I'm just gonna sit down, talk to you guys. Also, I have my little cactus. If you watched my office makeover, I bought these little mini cactus plants to put in here, so I do need to plant those. So I thought I might as well talk and vent, and while I plant these cactus. So here we go. I'm gonna read the instructions first though, but these are like little grow kits. It comes with everything that you need besides just water, which I mean, I just have I'm just using a water bottle. So yeah, but as I get that open, today I just want to kind of talk about, because I'm a new mom. As a lot of you guys may know, if you watch my other videos, you see my son, Josiah. He's 5 months right now. He'll be 6 months in about 4 days. So basically 6 months. And, oh wait, let me make sure I don't rip the instructions. Oh wow, this one is a variety pack. So I thought it was just are the seeds in here? It says cactus of all kind mixed, but then on this thing it says lavender, rose, forget-me-not, and cactus. Okay, we're gonna see how that goes. Let me read the directions really quick. This is the same thing, cactus of all kind. Well, I guess we just plant it and see what grows. But first it says dissolve the growing medium pellet and then fluff with a fork. I don't have a fork, but I do have glitter gel pens, so I'll probably just use that like that. But this is, the soil comes in like a little pellet like this. So I guess you just place the water and it's supposed to grow. It kind of reminds me of those little things, those little sponges that shape like dinosaurs, cars and stuff, and you place them in the water and they grow and come back. That's what's making me think of. And then here's the one for the smaller one. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, but as I do that, I'll get started on what I want to talk about. So like I said, I'm a new mom. I'm 25 years old. And my son Josiah, he's 5 months going on 6 months old. So I consider myself like a young mom, new mom. He's my first child. And I got pregnant in January of 2020. So literally right before this whole pandemic happened. So we had no, we had no idea what was coming. And it was planned, but we did not plan for all of this stuff to happen. So that's been tough on its own. And I'm a homebody. What I like to say, a homebody. I stay inside a lot. I don't go out. I don't have any friends besides my boyfriend, my mom, my sister. I really don't text anybody, don't talk to anybody. So during the pandemic, that didn't really bother me too much. But now, like being a new mom and being in the house for multiple days at a time, I feel like sometimes I go a little bit stir crazy. And I'm adjusting. Oops, I think that's too much water. And I feel like I'm adjusting to the mom role. I know everybody says like, you know, having kids like change your life and it's difficult and everything like that. To me, honestly, that's not as difficult as I thought it was going to be, because my boyfriend, he's a great partner, very supportive, helps me out a lot, so that part isn't difficult. I think what I wasn't prepared for is what you go through physically. Even like just during pregnancy, I had a very like uneventful pregnancy. I didn't have any problems, anything, like natural birth, everything was great. I mean, the contractions weren't great, but it was as expected, nothing like too dramatic. But it's the changes you go through after you have your baby. Like literally right after that, they just give you the baby and it's like, okay, you know, this is yours, go home, like no return by date, nothing. So that's what I had to adjust to, because the newborn phase, it was okay. Like, you know, they sleep most of the time, stuff like that. But now he's TVing and wanting to get more mobile and everything. We just bought him a walker, so that's good. It just takes him off my hands a little bit. But I'm struggling with finding time like for myself. And sometimes my boyfriend and I, we get into little like just sometimes I get kind of stressed out, because sometimes I find myself like with the baby, like when I use the restroom, I take him in there with me. Sometimes when I shower, I sit him down there with me. When he's sleeping, he wants somebody to hold him 24/7. And yes, that's what you expect. That's what you get yourself into. You know when you have a child, it's gonna be like this. But nobody can really prepare you for, I guess, like the mental like strength that it takes, because it definitely does, especially when you have a crying baby. And sometimes like he doesn't sleep through the night like some babies do, because I didn't know about sleep training, because I am new at this. So sometimes he was waking up like every 30 minutes, literally every 30 minutes, like no exaggeration. And so you go from like sleeping your regular schedule, even when you're pregnant, like sleeping, you don't have aches and pains, but you can still just sleep and stuff. You go from that to like running off of sleep, like 2 hours of sleep a day, and that's no exaggeration. So you're already like, you know, tired, stressed out, stuff like that. And then it's like having a little person like attached to you all the time. I read this term, it was a perfect term. It's called being like touched out. Like sometimes you just want to like, you know, just don't touch me for a minute. Like I understand, like I don't have that much time to myself, but sometimes you just get touched out. And I feel like it's hard. I know a lot of moms understand. Not saying, you know, dads aren't parents. They're definitely parents too. But I feel like sometimes in some situations, the moms are like more, you know, the baby depends on you a little bit more sometimes. And especially if you breastfeed. So my story was a little bit unique. I planned to breastfeed, and I was breastfeeding. I was doing a pretty good job. I know when I first had the baby, I was struggling with like not producing enough milk. And so that kind of had me stressed out, because you're feeling bad, you know, your baby's hungry, you're crying, you're supposed to provide for him. And so you feel guilty because you feel like, you know, what's wrong with me? My body's not doing what it's supposed to do. I'm not producing milk like how I'm supposed to produce milk. But that started getting better. So I was like, okay, you know, feeling okay about that. And then all of a sudden I started having these like really bad pains, like on the right side, like in my ribs. It felt like air bubbles or something in the ribs on my right side, and it got really unbearable. Like sometimes it was worse than contractions. So I ended up going to the hospital because I noticed my eyes were turning yellow. I was having this pain, I couldn't really eat, and I was dropping weight and stuff. Turns out I had my gallbladder was messed up, and I had a lot of gallstones and stuff. So that night they were literally like, we're gonna transport you to a different hospital, and then you're gonna have emergency surgery. The first one was to they thought they were gonna go in and clear out the gallstones, so they tried that. And then the next day they were like, no, we're just gonna have to remove the whole thing and then place a stent in your biliary valves or something like that. Place a stent there, and I still have that stent in, by the way. And Josiah was maybe like not even a month old. So I'm spending like, I think I stayed for like a week, like a whole week in the hospital. And for you guys with kids, you know, like when your baby's not even a month old, they're the ones that make your breast milk like start producing, because you need to be around them. And so being away from them for a whole like week within their first 4 weeks of being here, it was really detrimental. Like, not only just do you miss them and stuff, but it was detrimental on my breast milk. So that my supply just started going down and down. And even when I got out of the hospital, they gave me rounds of antibiotics to take, and when you have antibiotics, you can't breastfeed and give that child the breast milk and stuff. So by the time I got done with all of that, like, y'all, I would literally pump for like 2.5 hours and not even get an ounce. So I ended up having to give up on that, and then we had to formula feed him. So like, give him formula, which is really not what I wanted to do. So mom guilt is real, because I definitely have like mom guilt with that. I feel like, I know it wasn't my fault, but you feel bad because it's like you can't do what you're supposed to do. And then, by the way, I also want to tell you guys, like, the way you're feeding your baby is the best way for you, whether it's breast milk, whether it's formula milk, whether it's like you get milk that's donated from some other women. As long as you're feeding your baby, that's okay. Like, that's what I'm having to realize. You do what works for you. You do what you can. Like, don't beat yourself up because you can't produce this milk, or whatever it is. I see a lot of moms, like, they call it mom shaming, because like, oh, you don't breastfeed your child, oh no, blah 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 blah. It's okay, because they're still gonna develop, they're still gonna grow. As long as you're giving them love and you're nurturing them, that's all that matters. So yeah, I just wanted to say that. That's all that matters, and that's what I'm having to realize. But I have mom guilt about that. And he's been formula fed for months now, so that's done with. But now I'm just getting this new mom guilt of like, sometimes I've been with him like, all day or something, and sometimes I go like, you go days without being able to take a shower because he's teething, or you're with him all day, and then when he finally does go to sleep at like midnight, I know he's gonna be back up probably around 1:30, 2 o'clock. So I struggle with like, okay, do I try to just go ahead and get these like, hour and a half, 2 hours of sleep where I can, because they say sleep when your baby sleeps. So I go back and forth between, do I go ahead and try to do that, or do I want to do my self-care, like try to relax, try to, sit in the bathtub, just get time for me, but then I'm gonna be running off of like no hours of sleep. So it's like, as soon as he goes to sleep, you have to go to sleep too, just to make sure you can get what you can. And you start going days, then it starts to be weeks, then it starts to be months, and you just realize like, man, I really haven't like taken any time to myself, or had any time to like do the things you're interested in, or whatever the case may be. And then anytime you do need space, you feel kind of like guilty, like, well, this is my responsibility, this is my child, I'm supposed to like, be around him, taking care of him, giving him anything he needs. So you feel guilty, you feel selfish of trying to take time for yourself. And so I'm still working on, sorry, I'm just breaking up the soil. I don't have a fork, but it's working though. And then I got the other little pellet dissolved too, and it turned into soil. But yeah, I'm still working on like being like, it's okay, take time for yourself. Just like my other video the other day, you guys see I colored my hair, I flat ironed my hair. Like, it's been so long since I just sat down and done that, and it felt good. It was nice. I definitely enjoyed that. But yeah, that's just the part that I'm learning that's a little bit more difficult to deal with, but I know I'll get the hang of it. Some days I feel like not as motivated as I should, and especially me, like the type of person I am, whenever something like, okay, whenever something kind of like throws my day off, or if I have an argument with my boyfriend, or just anything messes up my day, sometimes I feel like I just want to shut down everything else. Like, for instance, like earlier today, we kind of had that little argument because I was expressing, like, I need a little bit of time, or maybe some space, even just an hour, like to do this, do that. And so I know it kind of bothers him, like when I'm complaining about stuff, because like, we're both busy, and he feels like, what am I supposed to do to help you, because you don't ask for help. And that's another thing that I have a hard time dealing with is like opening up, asking for help, saying, you know, like, okay, can you help me with this? I need this. I'm not very good at communicating that way. So he got a little frustrated, and then I got frustrated. So I kind of wanted to be like, you know, I'm not gonna film my video today. I don't really want to do anything besides just lay in bed. Like, you know, that's how I would usually be. But now I had to tell myself, no, get up, go ahead and film your video. Like, this is the perfect topic to talk about, because I know a lot of women probably go through that. So I pushed myself to get up, keep recording my video, keep doing my YouTube, don't give up on my stuff. Like, it's tough right now, yes, but it will get better. So that's why I'm filming this video now. So I hope you guys enjoy. Yeah, but that's just what I've been struggling with, and I feel like my channel is a place for me to kind of like just vent and talk. Like I said, you guys, I don't have any friends. I don't talk to anybody out, you know, outside of my mom, my sister, and my boyfriend. So it gets difficult sometimes, but this is my place to vent. And especially, man, during the pandemic alone is like affecting a lot of people, and you know, their mental health and stuff. And especially like having a new baby or being a new mom, like everything, how things usually go is different with this pandemic. So you don't know what to expect. But I've been finding a lot of help with, I downloaded this app called, I think it's called What to Expect. I downloaded the app on my phone, and it's just form after form after form of like moms, new moms, old moms, moms with multiple, all types of stuff. Like when I tell you, the community is so great. That's literally what's been helping me get through this, because I go on there, I'm like, is anybody feeling this, or is anybody else's baby doing this? And it's just, I mean, thousands of people. There's even groups specific to like where you, like what area you live in, or your age, your child's age. So that stuff definitely helps. So if you're like struggling with some things and you feel like maybe you don't have anybody to talk to, or you don't want to, you know, you don't want to bother people, I'm just opening the seeds for this one. So I just opened them. I'm about to take them out and see what they look like. But if you're feeling like, you know, you don't have anybody to talk to, you don't have anybody who maybe won't judge you, or you just don't want to bother people, because sometimes that's how I feel. Like, I don't want to bother people with my problems. I don't want to be a burden on people with my problems and stuff. Or it's like sometimes people can be like a little bit judgmental, you know. I dropped one somewhere. I don't know if you guys can see. But this is what the seeds look like. So all I did was poke little holes like in the soil. Then I'm just gonna drop the seeds in there. I mean, I dropped a seed somewhere though, so I don't know where it's at. Okay, so I had to fix my camera. But yeah, I just showed the seeds I'm gonna put in there. They're just little black seeds. I dropped one of them on the floor somewhere, so yeah, that's just gone. But what was I saying? Oh, I was talking about the app, the What to Expect app. There's just a community of women on there. They're very helpful. Sometimes you run past, you know, moms that are like mom shaming or whatever, but I just let that go in one ear, out the other. There's more people on there who are there to help, that are very friendly. I learned to reach out for help that way, because it's actually a lot of people that are feeling the exact same way I'm feeling, going through the exact same thing that I go through, and you just don't know until you reach out. So when I reach out, and it's kind of like just like, not accommodation, I forgot the word that I'm looking for, validation. It's just like validation when they say like, you know, I feel this way too. That's not wrong what you're feeling, what you're going through. Like, everybody's going through that. It just helps you feel not so alone and not by yourself, because motherhood does get lonely sometimes, to be completely honest. It does. Sometimes like other people, when they, you know, go out, or I never been one like real big on going out and stuff, but sometimes they do, and it's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go too. But then, you know, you think about the baby, and you're like, well, we have like a 2-3 hour limit max before stuff gets crazy and we gotta come back home. So sometimes I find myself like, you know what, no, you know, I'm probably just not gonna go out. I'm just gonna stay home. And which, don't get me wrong, I love being a mom, like the best thing in the world, better than anything I've ever done. But it does get lonely sometimes. So it's definitely good to reach out that way, ask for help. That's what I'm learning. Like, you can't just expect, you know, people to, whether it's your boyfriend, your mom, family members, anything else, you can't just expect them, you know, just to read your mind and know what you're struggling with. Because my boyfriend said something today. He was like, you know, stop trying to be Superwoman. Like, you know, you can't do everything, because in my mind, I'm feeling like, you know, I don't want to bother him. I don't want to ask for this. Like, I should be able to do this. This is my child. Like, I should be able to do this. I should be able to do that. Stop. You literally cannot do everything. You're gonna have to ask for help. And especially, like, thank God for my mom, because she's helped me, like, so much. My mom, my boyfriend, they're so understanding. They've helped me out a lot when it comes to, like, you know, dealing with this stuff, or helping me out, or even knowing, like, what I need without me even asking for it. So they're definitely my support system. Even my boyfriend's family, his brother, his mom, like, they help out a lot. So I'm definitely grateful for that. And I'm grateful for my channel, because I can come on here and just vent, just talk to you guys. So I'm grateful for that as well. Sorry, still trying to plant this stuff. I forgot where I put the old seeds, so yeah. And also, what will help out too, just looking for tips and tricks. I know the old saying, like, work smarter, not harder. So just look up, like, tips, tricks, stuff that'll help you out. There's a lot of pages, like, on that app that I was talking about, that What to Expect app, even YouTube videos. Even on Instagram, like, little short clips of tricks and stuff, because I learned that, like, bath time tips, tips to, like, get them to sleep, tips to get them to eat, stuff like that. Just things that are a little bit easier for moms that, you know, have multiple or been through this before. That's definitely helpful, because sometimes you'll be doing stuff and you think, like, you know, this is the right way to be doing it. Then you see somebody else do it and you're like, why didn't I just try that? So yeah, the more you know, honestly. Okay, I'm just gonna drop these in there. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna get back on my self-care routine. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on anything you want to do. Take that time to do self-care. Like, I know it's difficult, like, finding time and stuff, but whenever you can find time, definitely take that. Do your self-care. Don't feel guilty about, like, anything. Don't feel guilty because maybe you're not, like, giving all of your time. Like, you're still human too. And I always hear, like, that saying, like, I don't know, my mom says it. I think it's something like, you can't pour, I don't know, you can't pour from, like, an empty pot, or you can't pour from an empty kettle, something like that. It's basically just saying, like, your children and stuff, you're supposed to pour life into them, nurture them, help them grow up to be awesome, you know, humans, awesome adults and stuff like that. But if your pot is empty, like, you're not pouring into yourself, taking care of yourself, you won't have anything to give them. So that's, I like that saying, because you definitely have to, you know, just cater to yourself sometimes. I know it's difficult. It's not easy at all, but you deserve it, because parenthood, not even just for moms, dads, even step parents, adoptive parents, it doesn't matter what it is. It's difficult and it's time consuming, and it changes your life forever. Me, it changed my life for the better. I don't regret it at all, but it was definitely changes that I have to adjust to. And I know there's going to be even more changes that I have to adjust to. It's only been 6 months. So I definitely know that there's more things coming, but it gets easier, because even like the newborn phase, I was feeling like, oh, like, I don't know what I'm doing with this. I don't know what I'm doing with this. And sometimes I feel like, you know, maybe I'm not a good mom or something. Just like sometimes he'll be crying with me like all day, but then his dad will walk in and he just gets like, you know, all excited and just happy and stuff. And sometimes I feel like, am I not doing a good job? Or, you know, does he not want to be around me? Stuff like that. But you realize, you know, you have to, like, don't take it personal. They don't understand. They're just sometimes just excited to see their dad, and sometimes they're, you know, excited to see you. But you're not taking anything, you're not doing anything wrong. You're doing a great job. So just keep it what you're doing. Don't forget to reach out, ask for help. If you guys have any tips, let me know in the comments below. Any tips about like feeding, any tips of how to transition from the bottle feeding to like more solid foods, any tips about sleep training, please. Because we make the temperature cool, we turn the lights all the way off, we put in noise in the background so he can have that. He's been doing a little bit better with that, but all information is definitely welcome. Just make sure you leave it in the comments below. But that's basically it. I think I'm finished with my plants. I put all the seeds. I don't know if I was supposed to put all the seeds in there. I don't really have a green thumb, but I'm just patting it down, then I'm gonna show you guys. Wait, let me read the rest of the directions. I just totally forgot about the directions. It just took off. So it says dissolve it in water, fluff with a fork. So we did that. We did that, covered it with a thin layer. It says cover it with plastic wrap or a reusable plastic bag. Place in a warm, bright location and keep it moist, but not overwatered. Use a spray bottle to mist as necessary. Remove plastic wrap once seeds germinate. 1 to 3 months. What? It says water by misting, blah, 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 blah. Once seedlings develop tiny spines, begin watering with succulent fertilizer mix at half strength. Succulent fertilizer. And 1 to 3 months. I thought I was just gonna plant this stuff. The next week, boom. Cacti grow very slowly and will not need transplanting for 3 to 5 years. Well, somebody should have told me. I don't have any plastic wrap, but I have grocery bags from Walmart. So I'm gonna Google that and see if that will work. If not, I have to run to the store and get some, well, I might have plastic wrap. I don't know, I'll have to see, but I just want to thank you guys so much for coming to my channel, clicking on my video. Like I said, leave any comments, tips, tricks, anything you have in the comment section below. Yeah, I really enjoyed talking to you guys. I know this isn't my regular like video with like a theme or something, but I just wanted to come express how I was feeling. I'm pretty sure there's other moms, new moms, young moms out there that are feeling the exact same way I'm feeling. So we will definitely get through this together. If you ever have any questions for me, I am an open book. So just reach out to me, let me know, and I'll definitely give you the feedback, okay? But thank you so much for checking into my channel. And I hope you guys are doing great wherever you are, whenever this video reaches you. And until we talk again, bye.